Oh, Swifty Swift here, putting duct tape on their trailer. Oh, Swifty, Swifty Swift.
Hello, truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the KILR Awesome Trucker, and we're here at a Flying J in Salle. I think it's Salle. It's next to Peru, not the country. Illinois. We're not far, about maybe 4 miles, I think, from the receiver from our last mission. And if you remember correctly, I sent in a macro 10 to get an empty trailer. I don't know. Did I mention that? I don't know. Well, the thing is that I was going to do that, and I did do that. There is no empty trailer there at the receiver, so I sent in a macro 10. Here is a copy of it. When you go back and look at your history, you can see what it is that you entered and stuff. The only thing I blocked out there was my phone number, because obviously I don't want people on the internet calling me. For obvious reasons, I'm sure you can understand. And so the response I got was this. Dispatch will set you up with your trailer or whatever when you do your empty. I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't going to do the e-call until I actually had an empty trailer. But I figured, all right, well, I'll go ahead and do that then. I think you are supposed to do your e-call whether or not you have an empty. So I went ahead and did it, and I just, here's the trailer I dropped, but I don't have anything I'm picking up. So I went ahead and did that. And, it updated in the system. Oh, yeah, we saw you did this, blah, blah, blah. The automated messages. Be sure to write the trip number on the document, all that stuff. And I got it scanned. It was only one page I needed to scan and send in. Of course, for me, it's 4 pages, because I do the full sheet, and then I do a close-up of the top third, middle third, and bottom third, so I don't get the, we can't read it. Here you go. Now you can. And I haven't had any problems since I've been doing that, so yeah, but anyway, there's been a couple of things in regards to this load. We're supposed to be picking up in Rockford, Illinois, and it is from a Lowe's distribution center, and it's going to be going to a Lowe's store in Kansas City, Missouri. And I'm hoping we'll still have this order, and it won't be given to someone else because of their inept ability to take care of things. I really think there's a problem when it comes to being held accountable with these planners, dispatchers, driver leaders. They all seem to want to just push it off on the driver. Oh, well, you should have done this, should have done that, blah, blah, blah. Well, what about you? When are they going to, step up to the plate and, do 110%? I don't know. I haven't really noticed it yet. But this particular order, it's going to be interesting, because it's one of those places like at the Costco stores that we've been to, where there might be 3 docks. Well, you've got to go there. You got to stop. You have to unhook your truck from your loaded trailer, pull an empty trailer out from the dock, and then move your loaded trailer in its place. Now, I'm wondering, what if the trailer is not a Swift trailer? What if it's not a Swift trailer and they want you to move it? doesn't. I'm wondering. It's like, that's not my trailer. That trailer is. I don't. Honestly, I mean, I don't think it's our job to be moving someone else's trailer. Do you? Besides, if anything happens, we're accountable for someone else's trailer. So, yeah, that just has red flags all over it. Now, chances are, with it being Lowe's, I mean, there's probably a Swift trailer there. That could be why they have 3 docks. One's for Swift, one's for another, one's for another. Who knows? But in theory, that's pretty much what it is. You unhook from your truck, so you don't want to get yourself in position. You want to have yourself parked off to the side, like before you were to get in position to back up. Unhook your, make sure that you put the landing gear down and stuff. Unhook the, drop the trailer, not boom, not that drop. Drop it like you would normally drop it. Unhook. Well, obviously, you know what I mean. Okay, so you take your truck, you go to the empty, you hook that up, and you go and you drive and you take that in the direction that you would go if you were to leave. Park it off to the side, unhook, drop, go back to your loaded one, drive it, get into position, back it up to the dock. You would open the doors and stuff, dock it, drop it, glock it, whatever. Unhook, go to your empty, hook up, make sure you got your paperwork, and go. That's how it's going to be. That's how I'm told it's supposed to be. Now, will it be on this one? Don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Assuming we do get there. Assuming we still have this load. Assuming that some planner doesn't have a burr up their butt and we'll just give it to someone else. Here's the thing. I have not received any information in regards to a trailer yet. Now, I am putting them to the test here. I want to see if this system is broke. Okay? I want to see if the system is broke. I've already sent a message saying I needed a trailer, and this is why I needed a trailer, because there was none available. All right? Now, apparently, when a planner responds, or whoever responds to that message, you can't respond back to them. They don't get it. They don't receive that response. So, is it in the system that I need a trailer? Or would I have to send that message again? Hey, I don't have a trailer. So that's what I'm wondering. Now, could I send another Macro 10 and say, I still need a trailer? Yes, I could. But I'm putting them to the test. That's what I'm doing. I want to see if dispatch or whoever looks at that. I don't know if they're going to get, if they get the message that I don't have a trailer and I couldn't get it at the receiver. I want to see where their level of professionalism is at. Instead of this garbage about it always being dumped on the driver, well, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have... No, If you're going to throw it on the driver, then you know what? Just give me the computer programs that you use, okay, and I'll do it my damn self. Seriously. If they can't do their freaking job, then just give me the computer programs, access to that, and the database. I will dispatch myself. I will plan myself. I will driver leader myself. I'll do it all myself. If they can't freaking do their job, then I'll do it. For me. I mean, simple as that. I should not have to hear, well, you should have done this. You should have done that. You should have... No. Either you do your job, or get out of here. Is all I got to say. If they can't do their job, then what good are they? So I'm testing them. I want to see if they will give me a trailer, how long it will take them to give me a trailer, or if they're going to pull this crap, which I would not be surprised, because I hear that. I'm not saying that's just Swift, okay? Because I know there's other companies that do this, because I go around, I watch videos, I read people's comments and stuff, and I know there are some drivers out there that just, they hate their dispatchers, they hate their planners, because of the way that they're treated. And so I'm curious, are we going to get a message saying, oh, we got an empty for you, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, or whatever the case may be, but you need to leave now, you need to go get it. I want to see what kind of, what's the word, courtesy, is that what I'm looking for? Because, you know, it's real easy to sit in an office which is climate controlled, sitting there on a cushioned seat, stretching back, whatever, your life is not on the line being there in front of a computer screen or anything like that. There are people that are depending upon you to do your job, just like there are people depending on us drivers to get freight from one place to another. So it's all team effort, okay? If you can't work as a team, well, then just give the drivers everything that they need to do it themselves. I mean, really. But yeah, I'm curious if they're going to step up to the plate and give it their 110% to make sure that I have what I need to do my job. What do I need? I need an empty trailer, and I need to get dispatched so I can go get the next load, because I can't bobtail over there and pick it up unless they give me permission to do so. Well, we know how that's turned out before. We know how that's turned out before. It's like, oh yeah, you can go bobtail over there. Go over there, bobtail. Nope, you need a trailer. Welcome to trucking. Yeah, so I'm just curious. I'm just curious if someone is going to step up to the plate and give it their 110%, their support to the driver, to make sure that the driver has what they need to do their job. So I'm testing them. Okay? I'm not saying I'm testing Swift as a company, because I know that there are planners, and I know there are good planners out there, there are good driver leaders out there, and there are good dispatchers out there. So I don't want to say I'm testing you, Swift. I'm testing the system, the setup. Is there a communication issue? If there's a communication issue, it needs to be fixed. So I want to see what happens. And so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna play the waiting game. All right. I want to see how long it takes them to get me a trailer. If I don't hear anything today, and tomorrow rolls around and I don't hear anything, guess who I'm going to call? Hello, fleet manager. Hi. Yeah, you know me, right? Yeah, yes you do. Of course you do. I'm going to call the fleet manager, and I'm going to say, hey, I sent in a macro 10. It's not like I didn't, okay? It's not like I'm sitting here and I didn't send the macro 10. I did. I should only have to do something once. I shouldn't have to spam macros. Hey, don't have a trailer. Send it 3 hours later. I still don't have a trailer. 3 hours later, I still don't have a trailer. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to do that. The communication should be a lot better than that. So, as far as I'm concerned, I have followed the steps that I needed to follow to get a trailer. Now, I want to see if they will do what needs to be done, or if they're going to pull this, well, you just need to leave in the middle of the morning and get it. If you don't, you're going to lose it, and then you're not going to have a trailer, and then we're probably just going to have to give this load to someone else. That's the type of crap that I'm talking about. And I know that there are drivers out there that get this from their planners or dispatchers. They get this pressure where we just have to do this or that. We're gonna have to give that load to someone else, and then and it could just be for a multiple number of reasons. And then the driver feels pressured about it, and then they wind up in an unsafe situation because of the mess. It's damn unfair to the driver when you got people behind a computer desk that have this attitude of, well, when I say jump, you better jump, and you better say how high. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. No. You folks behind the computer, you do not treat drivers like that. All right? If you're going to treat drivers like that, get your ass out. That's all I got to say. Get out and look for another job. Okay? Don't treat drivers like that. It is very disrespectful. All right? We drivers out here, we are risking our lives. We are risking our safety. We are having to concentrate on what we're doing all the time. It's not like we can look away from the computer screen and everything will still be there when we get back. All right, we have to constantly keep our eyes on the road and what's going around. And if you're not paying attention, bad things can happen. Okay, it's not like that when you have a computer screen in front of you. All right, so you dispatchers, planners, whatever, sitting there picking your nose in front of the computer screen, you need to have some respect for the drivers that are out here, because we are relying on you to help get us going out there. Don't be doing this garbage where, well, you need to be awake 24 hours a day or something, because whenever... You folks know what I mean. So with us having to wait for getting an empty trailer, there's been two situations that have happened already. This particular load is supposed to be delivered within a certain window on the 28th of February, which is tomorrow. Which, if I got the empty and was able to start driving today, I definitely make it there tomorrow. But then I received a message yesterday that it had been rescheduled for March 1st. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to be making it all the way down to Kansas City and then having to wait for the next day to make the delivery. There is a terminal in Kansas City. We've been there. So I just figured, okay, well, drive today, tomorrow, get to the Kansas City terminal, hang out until it's time to deliver it on the 1st. But then I got another message today that it was being rescheduled back to tomorrow again. So anyhow, what have I done so far? Well, I went over to Denny's, just had just a meal. It was like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich or something like that. Just had like Nashville hot sauce, some onion rings, and what was it, strawberry pancake bites or something like that. I don't know. So I just did that. I was thinking of there's a Walmart not too far from here. I was thinking of driving over to the Walmart and getting a few things since I don't have a trailer. I figured that would be the best opportunity. But I was also thinking, why not go to the store, grab the few things that I need while I'm on my way out to get the trailer? Because I'm already parked. I've already got myself on out. It's true, the Walmart is not that far away. I could use my personal conveyance easily, and it wouldn't count against my time at all. So I could easily do that. But I'm also thinking, why not go do it when I'm already heading out? So that's my thought. Because it's not like I don't really need to get that much. I want to get some aluminum foil so I can, when I cook stuff in the toaster oven, I can line it. It makes it a lot easier to clean. So I would get that. Maybe another thing of milk, some orange juice. I think I'm good on cereal. Maybe some more nuts, some more crackers, or something like that. Really, that's it. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be filling up a shopping cart full of stuff. So I'll probably be in and out of there like 15 minutes. And there's a Steak and Shake down a little bit from there. Don't know if I can park in that parking lot, but there is a Hobby Lobby behind it with parking in the back. So I could park my truck there, walk over to Steak and Shake, and I can get myself a shake. I can get a burger or something like that. I thought about doing that today, and I was just kind of like, I just don't want to drive over there, all this other stuff. I figured, why not just go do that while I'm out? Go do that. Depending on what time it is, I can get a shake and a burger and head out to get the trailer. But like I said, I'm testing the system. I want to see how fluid it is, or how broke it is. If it's as broke, then someone needs to be made aware of it, and I'll be sure to let the fleet manager know. This is the type of stuff that I did at my last job. I've mentioned this in other videos where I was looking for trends and patterns, and because I used to work in an office, so why were escalation tickets getting lost? What were happening to them? And there are all kinds of reasons why tickets were getting lost. They weren't getting assigned properly. They didn't have the correct information on them for them to get worked on. All kinds of stuff. So again, I can do that same type of thing here with Swift as far as production flow and stuff. So the question is there a communication problem between the drivers and driver leader or planner or dispatcher, or whatever the case may be? How is that system working? If it's not working really well, someone needs to know, or it's never going to get fixed. Does that make sense? Okay. Nothing's ever going to improve until someone stands up and says, "Hey, yo, got a problem here." You'd be amazed when people start standing up and saying there's a problem. Then maybe someone actually takes notice. So that's what we're doing. I just want to see if we get the trailer, and how long it takes. Well, while we're here waiting for an empty trailer solution, figured, hey, let's go ahead and test the internet. I've been doing a lot of tests. I haven't been recording them on video, but I have been taking screenshots, which I will be putting together in a separate video, so that way you can all see the comparisons for T-Mobile for 4G device in comparison to a 5G device. This right now is the 4G device that I've got. This one right here. And that's not bad. that's not bad for 4G. So yeah, this is the Alcatel that I'm using. So let's go ahead and we'll try the 5G device that I have. All right, let's see what 5G brings us. That is definitely a better ping. That's a lower ping. The lower the ping, the better it is. Download is definitely faster. Definitely Flight Sim 2020. Holy smokes. That's some good upload speed there too. That's better than my home internet. Check that out. Not bad at all. Okay, good morning here. Actually got a chance to work on a couple of episodes here. I mean, I had a little bit of time. There's a reason why I had a little bit of time. I finally had gotten a trailer solution, but I got it at 6:30 in the evening. Now, as I've mentioned before, a lot of these places fill up early in the east, especially around 6 or 7. But that's not the only thing. Here's the information in regards to where I was going to be picking up the trailer. And now here's a map. This reminds me back in Tucson when they sent me an hour north to get an empty trailer and then 2 hours back south to swap it out with a trailer. Very close to the same thing here. This is an hour and a half northeast to pick up a trailer that may or may not be there. Yes, that's one thing I'm learning. I hate having to get these empties. It's like being sent on a wild goose chase. It never seems to work out very well. There's a problem with the trailer or something, or it's not there, whatever the case is. I've had better luck getting an empty, like when you go to drop off a trailer and pick up an empty. I've had better luck doing that, with the exception of the last load where we delivered it and there was no empty there. But I would have gotten there 8 o'clock at night, and it is closer to Chicago. Now, this may have been a secure facility. It's not the point. Chicago I'm a bit uneasy with as it is. At night, a lot more so. The crime rate in Chicago is up there. And I did not really feel good about going there at night. During the daytime, it's better. At least I can see more of what's going on. I can be more aware. When it's dark, you can't see as well. But not only that, 8 o'clock at night, I would have to leave there, try to find some place to shut down. Yeah, not shutting down anywhere near Chicago. So once again, would anything be available? Do I need to put myself in that situation? That's ridiculous. Really ridiculous. And then to go from there to the pickup point, which is in Rockford, Illinois, is another hour and a half. So that's at least 3 hours of drive time, not including the time to find the trailer. And then get the load. Do you see what the problem is with this? So much waste of time when you have to be sent out to go get a trailer. It's so much waste of time. There needs to be a better way. to do this, and I'm not really sure if there is a better way. There may not be. This may be just like one of those situations. Well, fortunately, this is just how it is. I mean, they got to have there are so many variables involved in regards to getting a trailer. I don't have to like it, okay? But I wish there was some way to improve the experience. What I'm wondering is, what is the percentage that people have in regards to having trouble trying to get an empty trailer? Is it a lot? Is it a little? If it's a little, then I don't know. Like I said, there's so many variables involved on trying to improve a process, and the only way to know for sure is to really dive into it. And that takes a lot of time. Trust me, it takes a lot of time. And then I get after that, I get this message here. Oh, you think you can still make the delivery? Well, first they rescheduled it for March 1st, and then they scheduled it. Why did they do that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, no. I'm shutting down for the night because it's late and I don't want to risk the chance of not having a place to park. I don't know if they thought that I was going to use the rest of my hours for tonight and then drive in the morning and get there. Yeah, I guess if I didn't need sleep, I could have done that. But yeah, that's not safe. I think some people probably would push themselves and drink Red Bull and those 5-hour energy drinks, which I do not recommend. They're not healthy for you. They're actually very, very bad. And the crash associated with it is pretty serious. Serious enough where you could have a real crash in a vehicle. You don't want to do that to yourself. You want to get yourself to take care of your health, get proper sleep. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And when I say it is what it is, it's not go rush out there and do something that's not safe. No, what I'm saying, it is what it is you need rest. You need proper rest. Now, whether your clock is set to sleep in the evening or the daytime, whatever the case is, if you're a daytime driver or a nighttime driver, stick with that. It's good for your health. Some people are good with swinging their hours. I was able to do that okay when I was younger, not so much being older. And don't let some driver leader just got out to figure it out. Welcome to trucking. Don't let anyone say that to you. Well, I mean, you can't control what they say, but don't let them make you feel bad that, okay, I guess I decided to do this. No. Trucking is what you make of it. Don't let trucking be what other people define it. All right? Because some people out there are, they're going to have that attitude and then say, well, you just need to push yourself, drive as fast as you can on the interstate. That's where all the accidents and stuff happen. Is truckers driving way too fast. Definitely too fast for weather conditions, tailgating other trucks and cars, which is stupid. I don't understand why some of these truckers do that. I mean, I gotta think they have a brain of some sort. I mean, this is not a brainless job, I mean, it takes some brain power, because you got to focus on what's out there. You have to do a little bit of calculating in regards to trip planning and stuff. And it takes skill to back a trailer into a parking spot or a dock, or whatever the case is. Tight areas where you got to turn and stuff. So it's not a brainless job, and it's actually a bit disgusting when people out there treat drivers like they're stupid and they can't do anything else. It's insulting. It really is insulting. Yeah, so don't let anyone treat you like that, and don't feel like you have to be like that either. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. Now the question is that trailer still there? I don't know. I am certainly not going to leave here with the assumption that it is. I am going to send a macro 10 for the trailer solution and say, is trailer such and such still located at the location? If it is, great. We're going to head out. Gonna make a stop. I mentioned this before. We're gonna make a stop at Walmart. I'm not gonna worry about Steak and Shake. There'll be another time, but I do need to head to Walmart to just get a few things. It is on the way, and then head out. So, just getting things ready here in the morning. So we'll head out here in a little bit. Okay, so haven't heard anything yet. I have sent them macro 10 saying, hey, please confirm that the trailer is still there at the location. I don't want to go on a wild goose chase. I don't want to drive an hour and a half somewhere and it's not there. That's ridiculous. And it's also a waste of time and a waste of drive hours. So while I'm waiting, we're going to make use of our PC. I don't mean computer. I mean personal conveyance. It's a perfect opportunity, perfect example of when to use it. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Walmart. It's just a few miles down. We'll head over there. I can do some shopping. And if we get a response, then great. We'll just take off from there. If not, we can probably hang out there for just a little bit, but I don't think we can hang out there too long. We can just come back here to the Flying J. I mean, there's there's a lot of spaces here. I'm not sure how full it got last night. But when I woke up this morning, there was plenty of spots. So this might be a good location to shut down if you're out there running late. There's another truck stop not too far from here. Let me see. It's like a local truck stop. Truck services, truck stops. Sapp Brothers. Yeah, Sappbros. Sapp Brothers. That's Peru, Illinois. So I had a little bit of a look at it. More of a service center, but you can stay there too, and I think there's a restaurant as well. So you might want to put that on your list of favorites as well. I don't know how it was at night, but there's a chance that there was probably more parking available there than there was at the Flying J. These more mainstream ones that it seems like people go to first, and then when they fill up, they start going to the the smaller mom and pop ones. But anyway, let's go ahead and get our PC put in there, and we'll get over to the Walmart. Alrighty, we're here at the Walmart. I wasn't really sure where to park. First I was going to park in the back, back here, but it looked like part of my vehicle was sticking out, so I didn't like that. But I had read that you could park back here, but then there's a sign that says no truck or RV. So, well, that didn't work. So I don't know if you can bring a tractor and a trailer here. Maybe you can. I just need to park in the back. I don't really know. But gonna go ahead and go inside and get the few things that I need. All right. Well, I did a lot more shopping than what I was planning, but they had a lot more there than what I was expecting. For example, Triscuits. It looked like they had every variety of Triscuit available, so I just got one of each. They were like wiped out of milk, nearly. I did manage to get a couple of half gallons of the Fairlife whole gallon milk. No orange juice, like the small kind, like the half gallon or whatever. But I did get apple juice and watermelon juice. Got some pretzels. I got tons of trail mixes and stuff that I got. Plus I got aluminum foil, and finally, so that way I can line my pans and stuff. Make it a lot easier for cleanup when using the toaster oven. I needed some more travel shampoo and shaving cream. I got more razors. I found Eggo flavored Pop-Tarts, which I hadn't seen before. WD-40, I got that also. I put that over there with my supplies and the, outside in the side thing. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, yeah, a couple things of cheese. That's pretty much it. And I still had not received any response to my Macro 10. It's ridiculous. Seriously, just give me the whatever program they use, just give it to me. I just do it myself. All I want to know is if the trailer that they told me to go get is still over there. And I've had it on this show where we were sent to go get a trailer, and it's not like I went and got it the next morning. I went and got it. I didn't get it. I went and left right after I got those instructions, and guess what? It wasn't there. But I got lucky. There was something else. Really lucky, because there was like 2 other Swift drivers that came in there before me. They just didn't go far back enough. Or they looked at that trailer and decided they didn't want it. I don't know. But yeah, what am I going to drive 90 minutes to find out the trailer isn't there? And if it is there, it'd be nice to know where it's at. But I'll just settle to know if it's there. So I sent a message to the fleet manager. He's mentioned to me before. He says, look, if you're having to wait on something, just send me a message. So, yeah, that's what I went ahead and did. I don't know what it is with those planners and dispatchers. Like I said, some of them have been really good, and there are others that I don't know what it is that they're doing. It's kind of like, did they get my message and ignore it? It's like, well, why don't you get out and look and go find out? I tell you what, why don't you do your job and support me like you're supposed to? If I ask you a question, there's a reason why I'm asking you the question. Just freaking answer it. What is it going to take you a minute to pull it up on your system? It's not going to take long. Like I said, if you don't want to do your job, give me the stuff that I need. I'll do it myself. Quite frankly, I'd rather do it myself. But yeah, anyway. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just PC back to the truck stop until I hear something. Okay. Fleet manager get back with me a lot quicker than the other folks. And he said the trailer is there. So we're going to go ahead and head out there, pick up that trailer. Interesting thing to note, we're going to be going through another city close to it that we've flown to in Flight Simulator. This one would have been Flight Simulator 2, Microsoft and Sublogic, as far as the earliest ones that I did it on. And that is Aurora, Illinois. Pretty freaking cool, isn't it? That makes 3 so far. Champaign, Bloomington, normal. Basically went around Bloomington, but and then Aurora. And I think Rockford is one that we got to with Flight Simulator 2, 3, and not 4. Flight Simulator 2 for Microsoft, Commodore 64, Commodore Amiga, and also Flight Simulator 3. So I think we went to Rockford, because I remember Rock to Rock is what I remember. So we may have not done it on Flight Simulator 2. There was like scenery disk issues or something. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get going. Okay, holy heck. Like 3 GPSs, they're all giving different directions. So I followed the Garmin here pretty much most of the way. And then finally Google Maps towards the end there, which actually took us down a different entrance. And the Zonar was actually more correct about taking us over to another entrance. But it doesn't matter. This is where we need to be. So, all right. Just going to check in and let them know I'm taking it empty, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm going to tell you, right? Nice lady. Sweetie, we don't have it here. No, it's here. My manager tracked it. No, sweetie, we're pretty good. It's not here. Do you mind if I get out and look? Now you know why I didn't want to go last night. Let's get out and look. Well, sweetie, there it is. That's the one we're supposed to take. But is it empty? That's the question, because the doors on all of these Swift ones are closed. So I'm going to get out and look and check and see if if it really is empty. Well, I got out. I looked. And it's empty. So I'm going to go ahead and back in and hook up. Okay, so before I completely hook up to it, I'm going to go in. I'm going to check with her and say, hey, I found the trailer. I'll show her the picture so that I verified it's empty in the back. I want to make absolutely sure I can roll out of here with it. Don't want to spend the time hooking everything up just to be told, oh, no, that's being held. That one's already taken or something. So let's find out. All right, good news. Everything's fine. The lady, sweetie, was not at the desk, so it was a dude. And I showed him a picture of the trailer and gave him the number again. I told him I checked the back, it's empty. He's like, all right, man, you're good. So let's finish up our hookup. We'll pre-trip it, and we will get out of here. All right, I got my cables hooked up. We verified this. Haven't brought the landing gear up, but I thought I might check something. And snap. Does this surprise anyone? Do they not have the information in their system that shows if it's legal or not? I mean, they can't pull up any details in regards to the trailer, really? There are other trailers here. I'm going to look at them. We'll see if we can take one of those instead.
Oh, Swifty Swift here, putting duct tape on their trailer. Oh, Swifty Swift.
Okay, we're all hooked up. I wrote down the information that I needed to, hoses, all that stuff. Tandems are not at the 40, but they're not all the way back either, so I think that's fine. For all we know, they'll have us slide them to the back when we get there. So yeah, we're all ready to go here. Sent in a Macro 38 trailer repair on the one that's expired. I don't know if it's just me that gets this crap or if anyone else does. I'd like to think that I'm not the only one. If you come across this, please do the right thing and send in a Macro 38 for the trailer repair. So that way there's a paper trail, and that hopefully someone somewhere gets that and marks it in their system, and I don't know who comes and takes it after that. Do they send someone to come pick it up? I have no idea. I don't know how that works. I'm curious. I'd be interested. That way I can share it with you folks. But yeah, please do the right thing. We've got to report these trailers. Otherwise, I don't know. The folks they're not going to know. It seems like they don't much already anyway. But limited tools, limited information. I don't know. You'd think that they would have information in regards to the trailers and the status, but I like I said, I don't know. But let's at least do the right thing and report the trailers, and then hopefully whoever it gets to after that will do the right thing as well. All right, let's get going. So we're here at the shipper at the Lowe's Regional Distribution Center in Rockford, Illinois. Saw a couple of signs for a couple of Rockford airports. There's like the Chicago International Rockford Airport, and then I saw something for the Rockford Airport. And then there was the Rockford Files. No, but there was a TV show called Rockford Files. What's it? No, that wasn't it. That was something else. Anyway, we're behind this Western Express Incorporated. Not sure what's going on, but this is a pretty big place. So hopefully it won't be too difficult for us to get this thing dropped off and get our empty, or drop off the empty and get the loaded one. Alright, we've got our instructions. We're dropping this off at 2222. It's on the back side, almost on the back side. So let's go ahead and let's get this taken care of. Okay, so got the trailer dropped. These are angled parking. There's nothing on the side, but it's okay. I was able to do pretty decently. I got this swung around, got out, and I looked see if I was angled correctly. I was. When I swung back onto the trailer, it went back off angle again, but that's why I had to kind of move in, move forward, and straighten out, but still got in here pretty good. And since everything else is empty, I took out one of my orange cones and set it down so I knew which one was mine, because it's hard to read these numbers in the mirror. But if I can see the cone, then I'm like, oh, okay, good, I know where I'm at. All right, let's go get our load. Our trailer is in spot 2010, the year we make contact. That didn't happen, did it? All right, so we have to go weigh this, but I got everything hooked up. Oh, I didn't look at the tandems. I need to look at the tandems, see where they're set. I'm going to put all my information in for the loaded call. We'll go get this thing weighed. Oh, I'm going to have to pull out, swing around, and back. You got to follow the arrows and all this other stuff. So, alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get this done. Who is this? Schneider next to me? It's an orange truck. I bet it's Schneider. They did not park in their parking spot very good. I was beginning to wonder if I was going to be able to get it into the spot here. But I did. I got plenty of room over on this side. I'm a little close on this side, but only towards the back. And that's just mainly because this guy's not really parked in here all that good. I think I pulled up just a little bit more, but yeah, there's not much more I can really do. And there's no way I'm going to try to fix this. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out and look. I actually already did get out and look, but I'm going to go and see if there's a sign that says I can't do overnight. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So I'll also take a look at the facility too, just to see what's going on. This guy over here in this truck, he just like, oh hey, how are you? Hope you're doing okay. I'm doing perfectly fine. Doing fine. Jeez. Okay, I already like this rest stop. Got the Pac-Man and everything. It's pretty cool. Tons of vending machines too. This is great. Ahead, floating in darkness. Oh, wait. Ahead, floating in darkness. Good morning. I gotta tell you, ever since I got that generator and I've been able to hook my CPAP machine up to it, and not being woken up by the inverter beeping, I have been so much more rested. So it really helps. Now I still have a little bit of trouble driving when it's dark, and it's just my eyes have to focus more with what's on the road because I can't see as much. Naturally, you know, it's dark. I don't have night vision. When I look, it's not like all green, you know, and it's not like night vision goggles. So, and then you've got, so your eyes are trying to adjust to the darkness out there. But then when you've got headlights that are, you know, coming through, or you're going through a city and it's all lit up and stuff, for me, it wears my eyes down. Maybe not for some other people, but for me, it wears my eyes down because they're having to work twice as hard, if not a little bit more, because I'm trying to see what's in the dark, and then I've got light being shined in my eyes, you know. So does that make sense? So it's hard on my eyes. So it's not like I'm tired. It's just it's making my eyes tired. So, or a little, you know, worn out. But we do have some morning driving that we've got to do. Quite a bit of driving. I've calculated that it could take us anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to get all the way to the receiver. And because of the fiasco of that stupid trailer, and I've not had the greatest of experiences with trailers, and you folks know that. It's all documented here. A lot of time was wasted. A lot of time was wasted. And I'm actually trying to get home right now. There's something, we have something important that we have to take care of in regards to our home, my wife and I. And I don't want to get into detail about that because it's not really important for this show, and it's personal. But I'm trying to get home, so I'm not out here lollygagging around, taking my time or whatever the case is. But at the same token, I'm not going to sit there and be unsafe on the road. I'm not going to sit here and push myself to extremes because someone else dropped the ball in regards to an empty trailer. And I think that's the problem that's happening with some of the drivers that are out there. And I know this is happening with other companies. Schneider seems to be really bad when it comes to how drivers are treated. Maybe not as a company, but there are people there that treat drivers like they're stupid and inept and trashy and can't do anything else. And that's just unprofessional, if you ask me. It's just really unprofessional. Now, I haven't come across anyone in Swift that is that bad. I have not come across anyone that was that bad. There was someone, and I've been wanting to get, if anyone's going to try to contact me, I want them to do it through the Zonar so I have it in writing. Because I don't want them calling and saying a bunch of things that is going to put me in a stressful situation. Because that's not good. And I think that's why there are some drivers out there that that's why they wind up getting in fender benders or accidents or stuff, because they're pushed, they're pressured. They're like, their confidence starts to drop. That's exactly what happened to me. Just as I started building my confidence up, my confidence was torn down by a driver leader. But yeah, someone contacted me yesterday through the Zonar and was like, what are you going to be? I'll just summarize it. I'm not going to put a picture or anything up here on it. You folks already know that if I wanted to, I would have I would have the documentation to show you. I just don't think it's important for this particular thing, and I'm not going to put names or anything like that. The only reason why I'm telling you is that for those of you that are getting into driving, just be aware that you may come across some stuff like this, and don't let it push you to extremes that gets you into trouble. So basically, I don't know if it's a driver leader or who it was saying, hey, do you think you're going to be able to make it on time? And I said, I don't know. Or no, it wasn't that. I had put in my ETA. At first, I put it in like 4 in the afternoon, and then I sent a macro 22 stating that I'll be there tomorrow at 7 a.m. And someone had contacted me through the Zonar saying, "Why are you going to be there so late? If you were to wake up at this time and drive, you should be there before 1 o'clock, which is the end of the window for today." And I responded, I don't know if I'm going to make it there by 1 p.m. this load has been rescheduled several times, and those pictures I've sent you, and each time it was rescheduled for a morning window. So I put 7 a.m. for tomorrow for that reason. Because I figure if they're going to reschedule it, it's going to be rescheduled in the morning. So I just figured I'll think ahead and I'll just put 7 in the morning for the next day. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to, make it by 1. If I push myself on the road, yeah, I might. But we have a fuel stop to go to, and there's still a 30-minute break. All right, and then we don't know what kind of road conditions we're going to come across. There's always seems to be construction or something when we're going through this stuff. And then there's traffic, too. So yeah, there's going to be stuff that's out of my control. And I don't want to say that I'm going to be there by a certain time when I don't know if I'm going to be there by a certain time. And again, I don't want to push myself to a point where I'm being unsafe on the road. And this is a serious job. It's a dangerous job. I'm not going to let someone pressure me or bully me. Oh, you just need to get it there. That's not fair to the driver. So, and I think that's why some of these drivers wind up getting into trouble, because they're trying to do their job the best that they can, but they're receiving this pressure instead of the support that they need from driver support, driver leaders, planners, dispatchers. I consider that all driver support is what I consider that. They're out there to help the driver. The planners are out there to help the driver get loads. The dispatchers are there to help the driver get dispatched. The driver leaders are there to help give the drivers support they need on whatever issues they come across. That to me is the driver support team. And maybe I'm wrong, but coming from 20 plus years of working in an office, variety of positions, mostly customer service, that to me is driver support. It's basically customer service. But yeah, I think some of these drivers they get themselves into trouble because they start feeling inadequate. Well, I guess they're right. I guess I should just push myself, or and they wind up getting into scrapes. And the fleet manager's already told me that they're having some issues with some drivers getting into scrapes and incidents and stuff like that. I can't remember if he said that they're trying to figure out why, but I have a pretty good idea of why. 1, they're new. 2, they're trying to do their job the best that they can, but they wind up in situations that they feel that they have to push themselves to do, when they should take a step back and say, you know what, that's beyond my skill set. Maybe I should work on my skills before I try to do something like that. But they don't know what they can't do until they get to it. Does that make sense? It's not like, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. You don't really know what you can or can't do until you get there. And you may be thinking, oh yeah, I should be able to do that. And then you get there and you're like, okay, that's not quite what I thought, but well, I guess I'll try. They contact the driver support team, and driver support team, you might have a good person, and you may have someone that says, well, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you're just going to have to get out and look as many times as it takes. If it's 50 times, 100 times. And I've already told you folks that that's just jibber jabber, if you ask me. The driver already knows they need to get out and look. But when you've got someone, well, you just need to do this, do that as many times as it takes. Like I said, you can get out 50, 100 times, but you still can't see what's back there. When you get back into the cab, you can't see what's back there. So how do you, I mean, and you're still trying to judge the distance that you're going with a truck, because still trying to get a feel for everything. You may be thinking, okay, yeah, I looked, and you start backing up because you're thinking, okay, I've got this amount of space, and boom, you hit something. Or you're afraid you're going to hit something, so you move back an inch, go and look, move back an inch, go out and look. In the meantime, everyone's getting frustrated with you, which puts a lot of pressure on the driver. So those of you who are drivers know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, don't let anyone push you beyond your capabilities. It's already tough on drivers in regards to health and nutrition. I mean, I've lost weight. I mean, if you look at some of my older videos and you look at me now, you'll probably notice that I lost weight. And a lot of that is because I really have not been eating as healthy as I should be, because I haven't had time. Now, I haven't been going out and getting fast food and stuff. We had a little bit of fun with fast food when I was with my mentor, but out here I really have not been eating a lot. I mean, I'll munch on crackers, like the Triscuits that I get, and some trail mix and stuff. But yeah, there are sometimes I just don't have anything because I don't have time. I'm trying to do my job the best that I can and trying to get a load delivered. But then there are things that happen that are out of my control. And that trailer is one of them. And because someone else drops the ball, all of that crap and pressure should not be put on me as a driver. It's not my fault that trailer was expired and that I got sent all over the place. Or on the one case where back in Tucson, I got sent to go get a trailer that wasn't even there. So, but you folks get it. You've been here with me. Some of you might be new, and just now joining me on this episode. But go back and watch some of the other ones, and you'll know what I'm getting to. So, just to be clear, it's not Swift as a company, okay? Swift as a company has been really good to me. So as a company, I don't have any complaints about Swift. But there are just some individuals that are out there that are putting undue pressure on a driver when they shouldn't be. Some a little bit more than others. And I've noticed that when they call, there's more pressure put on you. And I'm wondering if the people that call, planner, dispatcher, driver leader, when they make outbound calls, are those calls recorded? Or is it just the incoming calls that are recorded? See, if the outbound calls are not recorded, then they're not being held accountable for the things that they say. But through the Zonar, when they put in a message, they are accountable, because that can be pulled up. That's written evidence, documentation. So I'm kind of curious if anyone out there has experienced a difference between the two. But anyway, I got some things I need to take care of, and we're going to do the pre-trip, and we're going to get going. Just thought you might like to see this. It says no truck parking. So basically along the side there. But dum 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 dum. Check this, folks, when you do your pre-trip, because I don't know if they're going to go anywhere, but do you really want to take that chance? Yeah, I'm going to fix these. Okay, this looks better. One thing that bothers me, though, is how these lean out. They're sitting at an angle. They're closer to the cab here, and then they're kind of going this way. I'm almost thinking, shouldn't they be tighter up against the cab? Here's another look here. Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to lean out like that. See, that seems like it's holding it better, but it comes loose. I don't know, man. I've seen them where they're like up against the cab, and this is not the case here. Like I said, I don't think they're going to go anywhere, but I don't know. I sent a message to my mentor about this. Maybe it just depends upon the truck. Maybe this is a feature of the International. I think we might have a safety issue here. Take a look at this. This looks like it's cracked. Do you see that? I don't think it's supposed to do that. Yeah, I think that broke. And the weight from them caused the other side to break too. I thought this looked wrong. Okay, so this is what I found out from on-road. They're saying that, oh, it's just a metal brace. You can get that fixed at a terminal. You can go ahead and roll. Just get a bungee cord and tighten them up there, and then get it fixed at the next terminal. So, I don't know. I think I've got metal braces, but let me check. Or little bungee cords. Well, I found a couple here. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to bungee that together. Well, I hope that training I got in flatbed helps. Alright, so I kind of wrap these together to tighten these up against the brace, and then I put this and try to wrap it around so that this kind of stays on. There's just nothing to attach. It's just braced on itself. There's nothing to attach it to here. So if this thing were to break off, it'll still. Alright, so I'm gonna have to treat this like a flatbed load. I think I should stop every 150 to 200 miles to double check and make sure this is still secure and not going anywhere. But I mean, it's a lot more tighter. You know, that's not so tight, but it's pushed up. I think that's the best way to handle this, is just treat it like flatbed. Yeah, so I'm still waiting to hear from my mentor. I also sent the pictures to the fleet manager, and I told him, this looks like a DOT violation right here. Those poles are not secure. What if that metal brace continues to bend or continues to crack and those poles fall off? I have read in situations where a truck driver, like, their wheel had come off of their truck and went backwards and actually hit a person that was at a rest stop and killed them, and the driver was held responsible for murder, even though the truck driver didn't do that on purpose. But the snake attorneys that are out there put all the blame on the truck driver, saying that he didn't do his pre-trip properly and stuff. I mean, I don't know how you could, I don't know what would cause a wheel to fall off. I think it fell off a trailer or something. I think it was a flatbed too. But in this case, with those poles leaning like that and loose, and then I saw that, I started pushing the thing back and forth thinking, oh, maybe this is adjustable. So I just started looking at it closely, and then I saw, hey, this looks broke. And when I was going through, remember I said that I was thinking, I think they'll be okay. It doesn't look like they're going to go anywhere. But then I just started getting this feeling. You remember when I told you, folks, when I was going over the I-70 and the brakes burnt up because I wasn't prepared for mountain driving? And yes, I know about the engine brake and everything like that, but there was snow on the side of the road. There was a little bit of wetness on the side. And I didn't know my truck very well then. As a new driver, how do I know that using the engine brake in the cold weather where the wetness, how was I supposed to know that may have not caused a jackknife? Well, I know better now that if you're driving slow to begin with, 30 miles per hour, you're not going to jackknife. You're not going fast enough for it to jackknife unless you throw your engine brake all the way on. But that's beside the point. I got that feeling that I should not be taking that load any further. And then I started getting that pressure. Well, do you think you can get a little further? As a new driver, I'm like, well, I guess. And as I started to pull out, I got a call from on-road just as I was pulling out. And they were in full support of me. And if I didn't feel safe moving, don't go anywhere. And it turned out that all the brakes were they were charred. They were in bad shape. And had I continued, not really knowing what I was doing with the mountain driving, it could have been disastrous. Well, I'm getting that same feeling right now. Those poles should be secured. And the fact that they were just jumbled up like that, I had this feeling, don't go anywhere. Find out if that's a problem. I think it is. I think that's a DOT safety violation, if you ask me. Because what if that metal brace were to continue to bend or crack? Then there's nothing holding that top, and those poles are going to come out, go out on the road. Who knows what kind of... It can cause an accident. I mean, a semi could run over it, bust their tires, they skid out of control, jackknife, other cars get involved. Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me. So I sent a Macro 55, and some of you may have remembered that I put up a post on the channel saying, hey, does this look like a safety violation to you? Well, between that post and now you know how many weeks it's taken for me to get this video done. So yeah, so when it goes back to the load about the pressure of getting a load there on time, once again, how many drivers out there felt pressured? Well, okay, I think it'll be all right. Maybe, and then something happens. you know, and the driver's held responsible, and the driver's like, well, they're kind of like, well, I didn't really get the feeling that and they're like, well, if you didn't feel safe, you shouldn't have done it, They always put the blame on the driver. They always put the blame on the driver, and they don't hold other people accountable that should probably speak up and say, yeah, you know what? That's probably a problem. Don't go anywhere. Let's get this taken care of. But instead, you got people that say, well, do you think you can make it a little further? That doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? I think some of those people on the support team, I think they need to step up their game. I think they need to step up their game and actually tell a driver, yeah, that's a problem. Don't go anywhere. Let's get it taken care of. Not, well, do you think you can make it? Do you think you can get a little further? No. Don't do that. Especially with new drivers that they're not sure. They're not sure about their truck. They're not sure. Because remember, you don't know if something's a problem until it becomes a problem, right? But I'm hoping that this series here will help open the eyes for those of you that are new drivers that are like, oh, crap, something like that could happen? Yeah. And you may have not even thought to look at those poles when doing a pre-trip. You're going through and just looking stuff. I mean, they certainly didn't say anything about those poles in the academy. I'll tell you that right now. They didn't say anything about that. I just noticed it. I noticed it because they were all jumbled up, and I'm like, I don't remember them looking like that. And I go around and I do my pre-trip, every day. And I saw that. Today, it was out of place. Something didn't look right. I'm like, I don't remember that the other day. So yeah. So many important things here. One, do that pre-trip. Don't just assume, well, I did it yesterday, everything should be fine. Obviously, in this case, it wasn't. Two, check the security on those metal poles. Make it part of your pre-trip. Make sure those things are tight and they are not going to be loose or fall anywhere. Three, once again, if you think there's a problem and you don't think it's safe, you stand your ground. Stand your ground and say, you know what? I don't think this is a good idea. I don't want to take the chance that those poles will come loose and fall on the ground while I'm driving. Stand your ground. Because guess what? If something were to go wrong, ain't no one else going to take accountability for it. They're going to pass the blame on you. Well, you should have looked. Well, it's your decision. You're the driver. Gee, how easy is it for people to not take accountability for someone or for something when they just pass it on to the driver? Well, it's the driver's fault. Should have done this, should have done that. And everyone else just kind of washes their hands of it. Yeah. So please make that part of your pre-trip. Please do your pre-trip every morning. Every morning. Don't make assumptions. It's not going to take you that long to do a pre-trip. And it will save your butt. Okay? Do the pre-trip. Alright. Well, I sent a macro 55. I haven't heard back from the fleet manager or my mentor. I really think it's a problem, but I sent a macro 55, which sends it to on-road and told them, hey, there's a problem. Don't think I should be moving. So I'll
I'll keep you up to date.